What's up? It's your boy Sebastian with the Pro Nerd Report channel. So today we're reviewing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, the 2022 edition. Before we get to the review though, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel grow and it keeps you up to date with all things Pro Nerd Report. Before we begin, full disclosure, I got this review code from the publisher. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a look at Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, the video game. Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader is a quiz game based on the popular game show from the 2000s. For those of you who've never seen the TV show, here's the premise. As the main character, you play as an adult who's put to the test. You answer true and false questions, multiple choice questions, and other mini games to determine if you are indeed smarter than a fifth grader. So, how's the game overall? Let's dive right into it. This game has two basic modes, a single player and a multiplayer mode. Shout out to the game for having a local multiplayer mode. In both modes, the player has to answer 11 questions, 2 from each grade, starting from 1st grade and working your way up to 5th grade. After successfully answering the 5th grade questions, you have to answer one final 6th grade question. Answer that correctly and you win the game. Just like the show, you have an option of using 3 lifelines. The first lifeline, you can copy the answer from a 5th grade kid. The second lifeline, you can see how a group of 5th graders would answer the question. And then the third and final lifeline is that you can switch out the question for a new one. So let's talk about the questions themselves. Are they good? Are they bad? Here's the breakdown. The trivia itself is very well done. There's a nice variety to the categories and the questions. All the standard school subjects are represented here. You have questions in the math category, science category, foreign languages, and many more. The trivia aspect of this game works really well. Shoutouts to the trivia part. Let's talk about the flaws of this game though. There are quite a few. The first major flaw of this game is the unlockables. You have 3 basic things that you can unlock in this game. The first is skins and outfits for the kids and the desk that you stand behind. The second thing you unlock is more school subjects that you can choose as categories. None of these feel like desirable things I want to obtain though. Even the additional school subjects seems like something that should have been a part of the game to begin with and not something that you need to unlock. Another major flaw is that despite releasing in 2022, this game feels outdated. I get it, it's a simple trivia game, but everything from the animations to the graphics to the dialogue feels like it belongs in a game from 20 years ago. I'm not exaggerating here. If you told me that this was a Wii game, I would easily believe you. That's how outdated this feels in 2022. That's not even the biggest flaw of this game. The biggest flaw with this game is the depth. There's not enough here to keep you from getting bored quickly. Even those who love trivia games will probably tire of this constant switching up of the game show host or the kids' dialogue in between questions. And the fact that this game kind of feels repetitive. I know that's a really heavy criticism, but there's framework of a good game here, but unfortunately the game itself wears very thin. My feelings are very mid about this game, and I feel like middle of the road kind of represents Are You Smarter to the fifth grader to the T. Overall, I'm happy that this game exists. There's an audience for games like this. I'm glad to see more video game representation in that local multiplayer space that feels like a dying breed nowadays. But it's a shame that the execution of this game was done so poorly. The game feels outdated in multiple ways. The unlockables aren't really something that many people are going to actually desire and want to obtain. And then there's the fact that, there's not a lot of game here to begin with. All in all, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader is a fun trivia game that becomes stale and boring really fast. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. If you want to stay up to date on all things the ProNerd Report, including more game reviews and the ProNerd Report podcast, go ahead and hit subscribe to stay up on all things the ProNerd Report. Thank you again for watching, and we hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.